Hey everyone! Today I'm going to show you how to do an awesome spray tan. First, most important thing is you need to have the right tanning solution. So we've got Tango Sun. I've been doing tans for over 15 years and I found that this is the absolute best solution on the market. So now I'm going to show you the techniques that I've developed over the past 15 years. So you want to look at the body in planes. So you're going to take the whole front of her and make sure you spray every part. So I usually start on one side of the leg and just spray as much as I can see, and then move up the body. So just hold your arms off to the side, turn and start with the side of your leg. And then turn your leg so I can see your inner thigh. And the other one. And you want to have them, if they have any lines right there, you want to have them bend their knees down pretty good. So bend your knees. Good. You get right inside those little lines. Perfect. And you can stand up. And you get the front. I try not to spray the neck too much because it's just, you get it when you spray their face, but you don't want to double up by getting it while you're getting their body. So keep your eyes closed for a moment. I usually go over it and then off for a second and then back over it, just so they don't feel like they're getting a constant spray in their face. So turn to the side. And then hold your hand right there. Good. And keep your eyes closed for a moment. So you're going to treat this side of her body the same way, just as a plane, and you get everything you can see while she's standing on this side. You flip your hand. And twist it forward so you see the back of your arm. Good. Perfect. And you try not to get their elbow too much. If they have dry elbows, I'll just spray the top part of the arm and then the bottom part, and then just kind of leave the elbow alone. Because if it's dry, it'll suck in too much solution and turn too dark. So push your arm forward so you can see your side. Perfect. And when you get to the top and the bottom of the stroke, you want to stop spraying, because if you stop on an area too many times, it's going to get too much solution. So turn to the back for me, please, and hold your arms off your body with your elbows bent. Perfect, just like that. You get the back part, and turn this up a little bit. And you get each side. Pick these up for him. And point your toes towards each other. Good. And turn to the right. And keep your eyes closed for a moment. Good. And flip your hand. And twist it forward. Good. Perfect. And push your arm forward. Good. And then turn toward you and hold your arms up. And you just Another important thing is you don't want to get their hands and feet too much. You can spray their hands, just kind of mist. Try not to get their fingers because that can look a little bit weird. And same thing with feet. I just get the very tops of their feet. Actually, the bottom of her legs could use a little touch more, except that this thing is not good. So just to recap, number one most important thing is you got to have the right tanning solution. And then you just have to make sure that at the top and the bottom of each stroke, you're going to want to pull your hand off the trigger so that it doesn't get a big blob at the top and the bottom. And you want to just mist onto the hands, kind of missing the fingers. When you do the inside of their arm, you want to stop short of their hand, of course. You don't want them to have tan hands. And you just want to do the tops of their feet. You don't want to get the sides of their feet, like this part. It just gets really weird looking. So, and don't overspray anybody. Err on the side of less. Less is more. Okay, so be sure to check the link below if you want to get some of the world's best tanning solution, Tango Sun. And just watch the video a few times, practice on a few friends, and you'll do great, and it's an awesome business. So now let's check out a before and after of Avery. Don't overspray anybody. Err on the side of less. Less is more. So after you finish spraying your client, you want to explain to them that they don't want to touch themselves. You'll notice that Avery had her hand on her hip earlier, and it made some marks, which is going to make her fingers tan if she doesn't wash them. So just explain to them it's really hard not to, but try not to touch yourself. Also, you need to explain to them that they're going to feel tacky for about a half hour. It's not going to feel dry right away. I usually let them dry off with a blow dryer for about 2 to 3 minutes, but they're not going to get themselves totally dry. So you just say, don't worry, it's going to feel much better in about a half hour. You can get dressed in about 2 to 3 minutes. And then their tan is going to develop over the next 8 to 10 hours. You want to tell them that. Tell them not to bathe or get wet or sweat or anything like that. They can even wait until the next morning. And when they do bathe, they're going to bathe off the bronzer that you see. Most tanning solutions have a bronzer in them so that the technician can see where they're putting it. And it also makes them look tan right away, so they get that instant gratification. But when they do bathe, you want to explain that they'll see that bronzer come off, but then they'll have the nice color underneath.